President Trump's announcement of universal tariffs on the whole world, including the European Union, is a major blow to the world economy. I deeply regret this choice. Let's be clear-eyed about the immense consequences. The global economy will massively suffer. Uncertainty will spiral and trigger the rise of further protectionism.
And today I'm announcing that the Government of Canada will be responding by matching the U.S. approach, with 25% tariffs on all vehicles imported from the United States that are not compliant with CUSMA, our North American Free Trade Agreement, and on the non-Canadian content of CUSMA-compliant vehicles from the United States as well. Our retaliatory tariffs that we previously announced in response to the United States' other tariffs will remain in effect. You know, we take these measures reluctantly, and we take them in ways that it's intended and will cause maximum impact in the United States and minimum impact here in Canada.
La última llamada con el presidente Trump yo comenté que en el caso de aranceles recíprocos, a mi entender, pues no iba a haber aranceles porque como México no pone aranceles a Estados Unidos, pues Estados Unidos no pone aranceles a México.
中方多次强调，贸易战、关税战没有赢家，保护主义没有出路。中方敦促美方纠正错误做法，以平等、尊重、互惠的方式，同包括中国在内的世界各国磋商解决贸易分歧。
President Trump referred to reciprocal tariffs. A reciprocal tariff would be 0, not 10%. The administration's tariffs have no basis in logic, and they go against the basis of our two nations partnership. This is not the act of a friend. Today's decision will add to uncertainty in the global economy, and it will push up costs for American households. It is the American people who will pay the biggest price for these unjustified tariffs. This is why our government will not be seeking to impose reciprocal tariffs. We will not join a race to the bottom that leads to higher prices and slower growth.
And clearly there will be an economic impact from the decisions that the US has taken, both here and globally. But I want to be crystal clear. We are prepared. Indeed, one of the great strengths of this nation is our ability to keep a cool head. I said that in my first speech as Prime Minister, and that is how I govern. That is how we have planned, and that is exactly what is required today. Nobody wins in a trade war. That is not in our national interest. We have a fair and balanced trade relationship with the US. Negotiations on an economic prosperity deal, one that strengthens our existing trading relationship. They continue, and we will fight for the best deal for Britain.
They're bad for the Irish economy, they're bad for the European economy, and they're bad for the United States, because what they do is they push up prices. They make things more expensive, and they certainly don't help consumers with the cost of living. That has been Ireland's consistent position. We deeply regret the announcement by the United States President last night for those reasons. We have built a relationship of prosperity, jobs and investment based on working together and trading together. I think, though, now that the United States has had its big bag moment and made this announcement, now is time to get around the table and try and find a negotiation way forward.
The President in America is completely free to plot its own economic policy under the, we respect sovereignty of nation states, and that's not a surprise that this is the agenda they've wanted to run with. We disagree with that agenda. We don't think that is good for global trade. We don't think countries do well when there are high tariffs and when there are trade wars. We much more believe that goods and services should be able to move freely around the world. New Zealand has built itself into a low tariff environment. Our exporters are deeply, deeply competitive. The products and services we sell are in huge demand around the world, and that's why we're opening up as much trade with as many different countries as we possibly can.
Solidarité, je le disais, sans faille, qui est requise aujourd'hui de la part de tous les membres de l'Alliance. Solidarité qui est néanmoins éprouvée par les décisions qui ont été prises et annoncées hier par le président Trump avec l'application des droits de douane réciproques qui auront des conséquences négatives sur l'économie américaine comme sur les économies de l'ensemble des membres de l'Alliance. C'est le cas d'ailleurs de l'économie européenne.
Deutschland und Europa stehen weiterhin für freien Handel. Wir setzen auf Kooperation, nicht auf Konfrontation. Und wir werden unsere Interessen verteidigen. Europa wird geschlossen, stark und angemessen auf die Entscheidung der USA reagieren.
はい、我が国からこれまでさまざまなレベルで我が国の懸念を説明するとともに一方的な関税措置を取るべきでない旨、などを申し入れてきたにもかかわらず米国政府が今般の相互関税措置を発表したことは極めて遺憾であります。WTO 協定及び日米貿易協定との整合性に深刻な懸念を有しております。